Hello, my friends, and welcome to another fucking episode of Aggressive Pogo here in the Open Great League, featuring an insane team with Shadow Charizard, Shadow Poliwrath, and Shadow Steelix. Shadow Poliwrath into this Umbreon. I continue to win leads over and over with this Poliwrath because of the Mud Shot, Ice Punch, and Dynamic Punch coverage. This thing is an absolute tank as well, as you can see. Tanking a Dark Pulse from the Umbreon, no fucking problem. Mama clearly didn't raise no bitch. Poliwrath slapping the Dynamic Punch into fucking Swampert's face. And taking a Hydro Cannon as well, and able to get to another move, taking out the Swampert. A Talonflame comes in, and the Incinerate still doesn't take us out, and we're able to get to another fucking move and get both shields. This thing is unbelievable. I cannot emphasize enough. Charizard coming in to clean up the fucking job. Brave Bird coming through, and the Umbreon is still alive. I'm throwing this Blast Burn, and I'm gonna swap straight into my Steelix to start farming up and have energy for the Talonflame in the back. I have allergies, so excuse me, my friends. I apologize ahead of time. Farming down the Umbreon, and my opponent calls it quits, and that is a G fucking G. Into the next opponent, Poliwrath into Registeel, another winning lead. Let's fucking go. One Dynamic Punch won't one shot, but it will leave the opponent on like 10%, and it lands. Registeel getting to a move, and all I have to do is shield, and I can farm down, but he swaps into an Altaria, and we have these Ice Punches ready. Opponent, what are you fucking doing? Taking about 70% of my opponent's health, and these Dragon Tails from the Steelix are gonna finish the job. Absorbing a Sky Attack like fucking nothing. Steelix just shrugging it off, and I'm farming down the Registeel, no problem. And a Dragonite comes in, and the Psychic Fangs is pulling up, and he's gonna block it, but it doesn't matter because these Dragon Tails are doing so much damage now. And my opponent calls it quits, and that is a GG. 2 quitters in a row. He basically finished the match. He might as well have just let it finish, but he decided to quit anyway. Into a Dunsparce, another winning lead. Into a Ferrothorn, a winning switch. My opponent shields, and I'm going straight into the Charizard because we got a shield. This could be a Thunder, so I have to respect it. And I'm gonna get to the Blast Burn, and we are not gonna fucking bait. Over farming by one wing attack, throwing the Blast Burn, one-shotting the Ferrothorn, and the Dunsparce is coming back in, and we're able to get to a Blast Burn before that fucking Dunsparce gets to a Rock Slide. I still don't have a Dunsparce. I really want one. I keep seeing them everywhere, and these things are so fucking good. The coverage is insane, and it's so powerful and very defense weighted as well, but I haven't been able to level one up. It's very expensive, so here we are. Anyway, Dunsparce swapping out, I believe, into a Sableye. I'm bringing that Steelix in to absorb whatever the Sableye throws. First foul play coming through, and I'm letting it land. And I'm trying to farm this Sableye down, but it gets to another move, and I'm letting him take me out. And I probably shouldn't have done that because the Shadow Claws do so much. And on 1 HP in a dream, I'm getting to the Dynamic Punch, hoping it's enough. And it is. That is a G fucking G. One-shotting that Dunsparce. I got really lucky. It was a very stupid decision to let my Steelix go down, but it worked out in the end. Anyway, into a Unova Stunfisk, another winning lead, I believe. Even though this thing gets these discharges pretty fast. Actually, maybe it's a losing lead. Trying to get to another Ice Punch. I switch out a little late, and he gets like 2 charms through, and I'm swapping into the Steelix, even though I probably should have went into the Charizard, arguably, because these Dragon Tails are doing absolutely nothing. But I believe we just got a shield, and we did. And I'm gonna throw the Earthquake. My opponent threw a Play Rough, which didn't make any fucking sense to me. Earthquake not landing, my opponent using his last shield, and I have a Charizard in the back, and it's time to clean this shit up. My opponent throwing the discharge, and my Dragon Claw did not go through, so I farmed up a little more, swapped into the Poliwrath, and I'm trying to get to another Ice Punch, but my opponent throws a move, and Charizard has a move waiting, and I'm farming up, and that Unova Stunfisk is still in the back, so I want to hit it with a move as well. Or no, never mind, a fucking Alolan Marowak. What am I talking about? Throwing a Dragon Claw because Blast Burn is not going to be enough. Getting to the Blast Burn. Luckily, we overfarmed. And it's still not enough, but Wing Attacks will do it. That's a G to that opponent. Hopping into the 5th match, up against an Alolan Marowak. And with Scold, this is a winning lead, but without Scold, we're losing. But my opponent doesn't know that, so he swaps in to an Umbreon. And anything this Umbreon throws, we can handle. Dynamic Punch coming through, almost one-shotting the Umbreon. And I'm letting the move through. It's a last resort, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Poliwrath can absorb it, no problem. Throwing a move so that Umbreon doesn't get to another move. And the Alolan Marowak is coming back in. I'm getting to another Ice Punch. I'm telling you, this Poliwrath is insane. You definitely want one. It is not ranked super high on the leaderboard, but it doesn't fucking matter. Absorbing a Bone Club, and getting to another Ice Punch. Absolutely insane. Steelix coming out to absorb whatever this thing throws. Excuse me, my friends. And there is a Hitmonchan coming in, and Charizard is in the back lurking and waiting to demolish this thing. We both have 2 shields. I'm using one, and I expect my opponent to use another one, or use one right here, and he does. And I'm trying to farm down, but he gets to a move at 1 HP in a dream. And I'm shielding both because Charizard is a fucking problem. And Alolan Marowak has nowhere to go. And he uses his last shield anyway and takes a fat fucking L. That is a GG. And I have a bonus battle for you guys. This one is insane. Charizard swapping in and Registeel swapping in. That is not a safe swap. And I'm going for the Blast Burn. Will my opponent shield? Boom! And he fucking doesn't. And my opponent's bringing in a G-Fisk, and I'm not baiting once again. Will my opponent shield? Boom! And he fucking does it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.